Hey all, so today we are talking about In Cold Blood, part two, which is called Persons Unknown. And obviously there's a lot that happens in this book, or in this section, but a large part of it is focusing on Dick and Perry, learning more about their backgrounds and their relationship. So you'll see that's the focus of today. So first I want you to spend 10 minutes writing in your journal about this prompt. And I want you to keep in mind that journal writing is rhetorical analysis practice. I am scaling these questions and tailoring these questions to be rhetorical analysis focus and practice to get you ready for the final essay. Okay, so please keep that in mind when I say 10 minutes and I'm asking you, to think about this rhetorically. Take that seriously because this is all going to help you with the final AP test. So I'm asking you to think about the comparison and contrast between Dick and Perry. And I just wanted to remind you, you can read through this prompt and I've given you some pages to look at if you want to focus in. But I just want to remind you that characterization is a rhetorical strategy. So we might forget that, but it is one of those strategies. So if we see a writer using it, why are they using it? Why are they describing these characters in such detail? Contrast is another rhetorical strategy, right? So why the contrast between them? Why the highlight of that? So I'm just asking you to think more about that for 10 minutes. Okay, so you can pause right now, look up some of these pages if you need to, or just from what you remember reading, sit and write about this compare contrast between Dick and Perry. All right, the second task for today is that this is really interesting to me every time I read this book. So Capote chooses to include 3 outside texts, and he includes them in full. So there's Perry's dad's essay, A History of My Boy's Life. There's Barbara's letter, Perry's sister, her letter to him. And there's Willie J's Impressions I Garnered from the Letter. So all focusing on Perry, texts that he holds very close to him and which Capote chooses to include, as I said, in full. So I'm asking you to think today about why, and I'd like you to put this in a Flipgrid post. You could certainly write about it as well if you want, but I thought it might be helpful to get some verbal discussions going too. So reread this text. What do we learn from this text? What as readers do we learn? And so thinking about that, why would Capote choose to include it? Why not just summarize or paraphrase it, include some lines? Why do you think he thinks it's important to include the whole text in there? And then when you're done, you'll see on the Flipgrid, there is a link directly to it here, but you'll see that I'm asking you to watch a few posts about the other texts and reply to them. And let's just get a conversation going that way. All right, hopefully you have some good discussions and writings today. You could take a picture of your journal and upload that and send it to me if you want some feedback on your writing. And then next week we'll get more heavily into rhetorical analysis practice after we've finished the definition essay. Okay, good luck today.